Okay, so a natural Sunday in the Helldivers universe will normally mean that there's not enough news to be able to fill out a video, so we don't want to overload you guys with rubbish. So what we're going to be doing now is Reddit Sundays, and we're going to be aiming for every Sunday, as long as nothing is happening, to head over to the Cloud Plays Reddit, where you guys are putting in a load of your Helldivers memes, clips, videos, theories, and so much more. If you guys want to get involved with this, the link is down in the description to head over to the Cloud Plays Reddit. The best one of each video is going to be receiving the top bundle of super credits. So if you want to get involved with that, head down to the link, get involved, and let me know in the comment section if you joined the Reddit or not. And naturally, it'll enter you in for the next giveaway. This is going to be absolutely huge, and I can't wait to see what it is that we can do with it. So if you do enjoy this, make sure you hit that beautiful like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on, and let's just dive on into the Cloud Plays Reddit and see what you Helldivers have been up to this week. This one right here is what I can only imagine is an AI piece. It states, never forget to remember Remembrance and Administrative Center 02. We have just lost 2 cities on Super Earth, and it seems that you Helldivers are definitely feeling this one in the old heart. Cool little piece. Definitely gets an upvote. Now, this one right here states, me and the homies I just met on our way to defend Super Earth. If something were to happen to them, I'd likely nuke the city. Please, Arrowhead, let them enter the vehicle. Now, they're talking about the SEAF agents here, or the SEAF agents, depending on where you're from. But this is something that we've been asking for the community for quite a bit now. We want these SEAF agents to be able to enter the FRVs so that they can cruise the city with us. And if they're following us, then I don't really see a reason why they can't. It'd actually make for some really cool gameplay. I don't know what the development on that would look like, but I'm definitely here for it for sure. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this one. But naturally, you're getting the upvote from me, myself. This one coming from Laser states that we could still be losing, and this is apparently a theory for a presumed storyline. It states that Super Earth is only temporarily saved and Eagleopolis is never coming back. The Illuminate blown right past Mars and going straight for Super Earth, people had a hard time because the last MO was to reduce their forces by at least 21%. So even though we have come through and pushed back the Illuminate, this is not the end of the fight. They go on to state a little bit more about the fact that the Illuminate are on Super Earth, but it's states that they are... Now, they go on to state how the Illuminate is still on Super Earth, but I believe losing this fight is so very important because that means our losses could actually mean we gain something, while in philosophical says we should totally lose the fight because we're not in the right. We've already seen the rise of popularity with SEAF troops because the Illuminate landed on Earth, and it's very possible in the future updates of HD2, we might see these guys as a stratagem. What if we lose all the major cities except for one because the story will change and the lore will thicken? This is absolutely a huge one because realistically, the idea of Super Earth losing is completely undemocratic. Lasers, although this is a very cool theory, your democracy officer has been contacted. But again, you get the upvote. It's quite cool to see what it is that's going through your brain with that one. This one right here is a Liberator redesign by Ran Venhoser, completely butchered that one, but it says I like the redesign. It seems more practical. It seems like they've essentially just kind of shortened the actual usage of it, put the clip towards the front. It's a pretty cool design, although you cannot change the standard Liberator. It's probably the most undemocratic thing that you can ever think of doing. Again, democracy officer's going to have a busy day. You get the upvote, but my lord, please don't change the standard oppositions. Now, this one's coming from Yurishin. It states, I don't see any flaws in their logic. Following an exhaustive military choice-making process, the Helldivers have ordered to execute a sustained campaign of success operations on Super Earth. Completing the targeted number will result in additional impact of the Illuminate fleet strength. This course of action is the brilliant result of thorough analysis of our top strategic minds. It says, what's the plan? Win the war. Literally, it just says it in a nutshell. Probably the most Helldivers thing that you'll ever see. Essentially, just win for democracy. Now, this next one coming in from Alpha Kraken right here is a big one. It states, if I had a time machine, I'm going back to February 7th, 2024, and I could finally fight on the creek. Now, this is a big one, and we've already upvoted this one because I think that this conversation has happened quite a lot. A lot of people want the ambassador of the brand, the cavalier of democracy, the knight, and even the free armor set that came in. This was a big one, and I think that realistically there's so many conversations happening with this at the moment. Everyone kind of wants the knight at the minute. This is a absolutely huge one, and you can obviously get the Super Citizen edition through your actual store. You can buy that in a bundle, but these armor pieces right here, the pre-order movement, It definitely seems that people get really ratty about this and they want to see it come back. We've had so many conversations in videos about this one just recently. I personally don't think that they should. Pre-order bonus is a pre-order bonus, but a lot of you guys in the comment section were talking about the basis of pre-ordering games in 2025 is such a niche thing because a lot of games mess up these days. You're definitely not wrong. There should be a way to be able to get this. Maybe a pre-order bundle that you can purchase would be pretty damn cool, but I do think things such as the Creek Cape and things that actually happen inside of the game should probably remain sacred to those points. As for Stolen Valor, the pre-order bonus though, I think that they'd be okay releasing that one as a bundle. I think that not many people would complain about that. Let me know your comments in the comment section below whether you agree with it or not. Now, this one I actually did see. This one got through to the developers. This was quite funny. It states right here, the SEAF troops that have received Waffle House training, death survive longer. During the invasion of Super Earth by the Illuminate, all Waffle House locations will remain open. Now, this was apparently posted up on May 20th with 7.2 million quote tweets, which essentially implies that yes, this was not real. But it is a pretty funny meme to say the least, and it managed to make its way to the developers, so a massive shout out to you for that one. I actually really enjoyed this. Quite clever. And we all love a good Waffle House. This one right here is hilarious and probably a lot more relatable than we actually think. It says, I tried to protect them. I failed. May they rest in peace. Let's have a 2-minute silence for all SEAF soldiers who died in Helldivers' arms. They were my troops. They died valiantly. May they rest in peace. Inform the families of these brave men. Now, this is absolutely massive because I think a lot of us have actually been naming the SEAF troops that we've been recruiting on here. I know a lot of you guys see them as cannon fodder, but a lot of us have really got a big connection towards the SEAF troops. They're almost like brothers to us, or children, depends on how you look at it. But this is quite a funny one because the storyline plays out in the role-play inside of the games, and a lot of people genuinely do this. How many of yours have you buried right now with a tear in your eye? Now, this one right here is actually a huge one. That Super Earth is owned by multiple big corporations. You can see right here that the Super Earth ministries of the Ministry of Truth, Defense, Science, Humanity, Expansion, Prosperity, and Unity are all the big moves inside of here. This is quite an interesting factor because it states that every single ministry with the side of Helldivers is owned by a bigger corporation operation. For example, Strongman News is owned by the Ministry of Truth, and they are the biggest ones that we know about. As not only do they have enforcers that basically tell you propaganda every time you enter the ship, they are also the ones that disseminate truth to everyone. Permacure, they basically created all the stims that we use during battle. Now, obviously, it explains the rest of the ministries and who they're owned by, but it states this does mean that Super Earth is no longer controlled by a government per se, but is controlled by multiple wealthy, multi-million-dollar corporations that basically make it look like it's being run like a government by doing that they can forever extract wealth by not only the stars, but by their own citizens. Well, this is absolutely huge. Again, your democracy officer is going to be busy because this is the most undemocratic thing I've ever seen. Never talk ill of the ministry. But you do get an upvote. There's pretty cool information inside of that one. Next up, though, somebody's actually posted this into the Reddit, and this is absolutely incredible. We're going to show you a little clip of this because if you haven't seen it, it's absolutely bonkers.
This so-called great host of the Illuminate is believed to be ultimately headed for Super Earth itself.
You guys want to go see the rest of this? I'll leave the YouTube links to this. This is an incredible clip. 2 minutes 28, and it's probably one of the greatest cinematic Infinity War style things I've ever seen. It's obviously a fan-made Helldivers 2 trailer, but my lord, this is probably one of the best ones I think I've seen to date. So links in the description to go and check this one out. Now, this has been a huge topic for a little while now. The SEAF armor for Helldivers to use with no modes or a next war bond. You can see right here, we got Bandit, Bishop, Lucky, and Exo Pilot. These are very cool. They are very cool, but based on the way that the lore actually goes with Helldivers, you are not going to actually be able to have SEAF armor alongside it. We are the elites, they are the cannon fodder. So they are like general soldiers and we are like marines. The likelihood is that we're never going to have a cross formation when it comes to the armor, because in the lore of it, we would never associate ourselves with the SEAF Corporation, mainly because they are not as good as what the Helldivers are. We're the elite force. That's why SEAF stay on Super Earth and we venture around into other planets. Now, yes, it's a great, cool looking design concept, but it's not likely we'll ever see this one come into game. Let me know in the comments if you'd want to see this one come in, though, because I think that a lot of people genuinely do want it now. Now, this one's actually quite a big one. This is about the service technician voice actor known as Sarah Elmala. I'm definitely butchering that, but apparently she's on strike. So Sarah is part of the negotiation board for SAG-AFTRA, also known as the American Union, in regards to their strike and their list of demands. The shipmaster's new voice lines about strikes and art also seem to support the voice actor for the service technician is on strike. Anyway, on the surface, the strike is for AI voice lines in game. There's way more to it though, and it can be quite controversial. So be sure to be well informed on the matter if any of you decide to share your opinion on the strike. Blindly supporting something is why the masses are dumb when individually people may be smart. Now, this is actually a big one, and this is why you don't have the service technician on your ship, which is absolutely wild that they incorporated it to that degree. Maybe it's because they don't want their voice lines being put through. I have no idea. I don't know the details on that one, but it's a very interesting movement that because she's actually on strike inside of the game, she's now no longer there. It's absolutely wild because I don't know if actually Arrowhead own the rights to that voice now, that's actually being put into the game. No idea. It's a very, very deep line, though, and if it's something you want to look into, you really need to do some research because the gaming industry, especially with the gaming industry right now, as far as AI voice lines in games, is absolutely huge, and the controversy behind it is ginormous. I genuinely have a lot of love for a lot of the voice actors inside of gaming, and some of them have had such an incredible career line based on this one, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out for sure. But we do miss the service technician. Please come back to us. Next up, we've got a Rate My Helldivers drip. I adore black and gold. This actually looks really, really cool. The one thing that I do enjoy about the latest War Bond and the stored addition to the latest War Bond is that it just looks so damn drippy. This right here is one of the more original ones, making yourself definitely look a lot more higher up in the rankings for sure, but the helmet comes from the latest War Bond as well. Overall, the black, grey, and gold look is so damn drippy. You're getting the upvote, my dude. You're getting the upvote. Although I've got a really weird obsession with the blue Super Earth flag at the moment, I don't think I ever really take it off. It's like attached to me at this point. Overall, though, you guys have been posting up some really cool stuff, and I can't wait to see what this video actually does and whether it actually brings new people to the scene so that you can post up some really cool Helldivers-esque things inside of the Discord. I absolutely love it inside of the Reddit. I absolutely love it, and I've had a lot of fun being able to look through this sort of stuff. We've currently got around 6k visits per month at the moment, but I know that we can definitely boost that. So the link is down in the description if you want to get involved with it, and we're going to aim to do this every Sunday. If nothing else is happening in the scene, then we'll ping you up a Reddit video once a week. But I think that this could be really cool, and I'd love for more people to get involved with it and see what it is that you guys have been making, theory crafting, and or doing inside of the game. Hit me up with some clips in here, man. Hit me up with some clips. And also for the giveaway, I actually think this is my favorite post. There was a bit of info that I didn't know about the ministries in this one, although the democracy officer has been contacted and they will be in touch with you very soon. Massive shout out to Lazis. Hit me up on Discord. We'll get a hold of some super credits for you. Links in the description for that one as well. Now, I appreciate all your faces. Thank you so much again for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. And as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.